do do. One punch, that's all. I'm number one. Do 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 do. One frame, that's all. No more than one. Do 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 do. One frame, one frame. Do do do. One frame, that's all. I'm no more than one. I'm really sad about, season 3 of, One Punch Man. People could, literally make stuff with AI that's better. Ugh. And AI's like, hot garbage, man. Like, man. Like, you must really, really suck if, you're sucking worse than AI, man. Oh boy. One frame, that's all. No more than one. Do 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 do. One punch, that's all. Here to spread the truth of there's no truth about the Korean Dorito does not have any truth to it now. Oops, I went to the wrong area. Sorry, I got a little I was distractible. Alright, now, much like any good superhero, I'm very distractible, yeah. Alright, now. Remember, yeah. Bright and shiny people. Do, 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 do. And I refuse to use the vampire killer on Dracula. And I don't want Mr. Jonathan here to lose his soul. If you use the whip, you lose your soul. Alright, there's Bronner. Stella, Loretta, I told you not to come here. Hey, who are you talking to? Don't worry, they won't be coming here ever again. You two, what have you done to my daughters? What are you talking about? They weren't your daughters. What, you just literally stole them from people and brainwashed them. What are you talking about? They're not your daughters. Sadly for you, they regained their senses, thanks to my magic. I have found fireballs in Fireball Buddy. My friend has had an idea, so Fireball Buddy is now alive. What have you done? How could you two understand those two are reincarnations of my dead daughters? I don't care. Being family means more to me, means being connected by the heart. Ties of blood and souls are insignificant. When I learned why my father did what he did, I understood. You use a curse to manipulate your dear daughters. Where's the love in that? Oh, Jonathan really made him mad. And now I must suffer the loss of my daughter's humanity again. No, stop spraying me! Stop spraying me! I don't deserve to be sprayed! Stop spraying me! And now I must. Alright, now I'll show you how it feels. I'll make those girls my daughters once more. No way. Now that's a problemo. Sorry, I can't let you do that. Behold the power of my painting. Oh no, we're gonna have to fight Citaro again. Alright, now. I am planning on introducing Citaro in the next chapter. Well, that is to say, I'm planning on to introduce her, but she's not gonna be a major threat. She's not gonna be a major threat just yet. Alright, let's boost Charlotte's intelligence. And let's give you the assassin cape. Blood art technique. A painting of the soul. I love Bronner's lines. Alright, Bronner. Oh no, ow, no, ow. I know, watch out for his paintings. I know, he's painting with blood. This reminds me of Citaro. Yeah, she also, paints with blood too. I know, ow. Oh no, there's Medusa heads. No, not Medusa heads. I don't like these things. I know, he's going into the captain mode. Ow. Oh, whoops. Alright, there we go. Bronner deleted. I mean, a chocolate bunny that's it's full of drugs. Blood is terrible paint because it gets old if you lose its red luster and turns brown. Ah, yeah, it sure does. Alright now. But mad artists, they don't care about that. The blood is part of the aesthetic of, the mad art. Whatever you say, after all, justice is just a matter of perspective. The fact is, you're just a coward who couldn't face the truth. You couldn't accept your fate, so you decided to abandon your humanity to get what you wanted. I just wanted to protect my family. And now death comes to finish the job. I imagine Death, talks like Skeletor. Oh, what? Well done. Well done. Well done, He-Man. Now that the interloper is no more, what's sealing away the entire throne room in that painting in order to prevent the resurrection of Lord Dracula? A clever plan, but alas, now my lord can be revived. Oh no, Brunner abandoned his humanity, JoJo. I mean, I'm pretty sure this game is one big JoJo reference. Yeah, Mr. Ega does love himself some JoJo. Alright now, Brunner was deleted. I sense terribly powerful magic up ahead, meaning Dracula is that way absorbing the castle's power. Without a doubt, it's what Death was after. Now, we can't just sit around and let it happen. Let's go, Charlotte. Hey, our enemy is a legendary monster. This won't be easy. People keep asking me when I'll do when He-Man shows up, so I posted a video of me swinging around my He-Man Master Sword, purple and silver. It splits into two swords. Alright, now. Maybe we should check our supplies first? Alright, throne room. Ooh. Alright, now, we're up against a legendary monster. This won't be easy. Alright, grab the HP max. One punch, that's all. I'm number one. Do. Hey, look at MP Max. Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bump is shaped like a deer. Overrises. Alright, now. DUI. How about you die? I'll drive 100 miles in an hour. Little do you know, I'm filled up on gas. I'ma get your genocidal ass. Wait, I'm pretty sure there's a brick wall room right here, isn't there? No, wait, it's not here? Alright, never mind. I guess I'm hallucinating. Due to the schizophrenia again. I 100% deeply apologize. Yeah, I'm tripping balls on I'm tripping balls on you. Alright now, I apologize. Maybe another version of the castle? Alright now. Just a reminder that people have been annoyed will be garbage. I don't blame you. I was heavily bullied back in fairy school. I was heavily bullied for being a half-blood. So I understand. This power, is Dracula been revived? Afraid so. Brunner is sealing Dracula away now, so we destroyed him. Strange. Even Brunner's seal would be easily broken by Dracula's power, and yet perhaps Dracula still hasn't revived completely. Perhaps. Either way, alright now. I wish I could have been your friend back then. That's wrong. You should have been bullied for being cute. Now, alright now. I wish I was bullied for being cute, but No, alright now. You see, back in furry school, I was, very heavily bullied. Yeah, it was hell, not gonna lie. Alright, let's grab the stuff for Charlotte. Alright, the Magus ring, which, isn't as good as, the Chaos ring. Master Jonathan, is it true that Dracula has been revived? Yes, it's true. Oh, no, what should we do? Calm down. I'll be able to, it's alright, we'll be able to handle it somehow. Yeah, no problem. We're just going up against Dracula, and he's, infamously one of the most powerful bad guys in, all of, Castlevania. And also he has Demonic Megiddo, which is, the herb-stomping move. Also, if you take too long and, to fight against Dracula, he does a big, he's like, distance now, and, does a big Demonic Megiddo and, explodes everything, yeah. So, yeah. Also, we're gonna have to fight Death and Dracula together. A Death and Dracula joint attack? Oh no. Alright, let me grab the greatest 5. Yeah, alright now. Alright, what else? Alright now. Explosions, yes please. Alright now. No, not explosion, no explosion. Alright now. Yeah, by the way, I got the Thor's Bellow, from, that one monster in, the Nest of Evil. Nuclear ain't detected. I mean, of course, when has anyone, not trying, when has anyone not trying to explode stuff? Ah, by the way, we do have explosion. We do have a magic called explosion. Alright, I guess I will. Alright, now. Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if I, beat Dracula with, cream pie? Alright, I won't do that. Dracula. I can't believe this power. No wonder he's called the Lord of Darkness. And he looks like the Bela Lugosi one. I prefer a Symphony of Night look, myself. So you're ignoring me, turn and face me. Speaking of that, I ordered a box of Enclairs. You will not touch Lord Dracula this time. Let's fight for real. Uh-oh. A Death and Dracula trade attack. Uh-oh. Oh, no. I'm going to devour an entire clock silver Enclairs tomorrow morning. Enough of this sideshow. Why don't we show them our combined power? A Death and Dracula trade attack. This was never mentioned in any book I've read. Well, there's two of us, so that makes it even. No problem. Bring it on. Alright now. Always target death first. Oh no, whoa. Always target death because he has the lower HP. Oh whoa. Ouch. Alright now, they're kind of kicking my butt though. Alright, they're kind of kicking my butt. Alright now, I'm gonna do a little bit of cheesing. Alright now, I apologize for doing a little bit of cheesing. Alright now, take that. Alright now, here it comes. Here comes phase 2. Soul Steel. Oh no. It's stillness. Alright now. Here comes the giant form. Here comes, the demon form. Probably not. Alright now. Alright now, wouldn't it be funny if I finished off Dracula using a cream pie? Alright now, I'm gonna finish off Dracula with a cream pie. Oh, whoa, watch out. Oh no, not this attack. Alright, try to get on that side. Warriors, revive! Alright, now we have the... Alright, now. Alright, greatest 5, go! Yeah, take that. Uh-oh. Alright, now keep him from doing that. Alright, greatest 5, go! Yeah, we finish you off with a cream pie. Yeah, get a cream pie. Too bad, pal, as long as we're here, you won't be revived. Still, that was an impressive display of impromptu teamwork. Say what you will. But I can see it. One day my power will be fully revived. Fully or not, you're never gonna win. I look forward to seeing who will have the last laugh. And the 1999 Demon War game that we're never gonna get because of money. His daughters were over tomorrow too. I'm actually proud of them. Julius, sup nerds? I wish we got the Julius game. Alright now. How long has it been since, Order of Ecclesia? How long has it been since Order of Ecclesia? And then they decide, we're gonna scrap all this, nonsense. We're gonna scrap all Vega stories and, make Lord of Shadows and, rip off God of War. Because that was kind of the style at the time. Yeah, and it wasn't very good. And also, we're gonna abuse our employees so that, they leave the company. Meaning that Mr. Ian and his team, all left. They're making a new Castlevania right now? I mean, yes, I know. Alright, yeah. It's a good thing, they're doing it. They're doing a redemption arc, so maybe they're gonna finally do the 1999 game. I mean, then again, come on, he probably saw the writing on the wall with, the change in gambling laws and saw that their decision for burning all their money. Yeah, basically they're motivated by money and, also what the government will allow them to do. Alright. But yeah, alright now. I'm happy they're making a new Castlevania. Okay, I'm happy they're making a new Castlevania. But you know, I'm gonna miss, you know, the night. I'm gonna miss. All right now. But you know, we're probably never gonna get the 1999 game, yeah. Not in this lifetime, no. Nope, not Julius. Please give me Julius, please. Come on, you need to, you know, we need to make amends, but you know, Mr. E got in, you know, let him let him make the 1999 game. Alright, and Stella and Loretta are very sad about, you know, about losing their dad. Alright now. Oh yeah, where's Vincent? Quick, we need to find him. Alright now, it's a descendant of Trevor and Sylvia. Ooh, Trevor and Sylvia. Alright, we love Trevor and Sylvia. By the way, where's Grant? Hi there, meowers. Thank you for being here. Follow age, I don't have that set up. I don't have that set up, so sorry. Konami, who? Yeah, where's my Julius game? Where's my freaking Julius Belmont game, Kamani? Hey, look, it's Iga. Well, it's nice of them to, you know, keep the credits for Iga. You know, maybe Kamani is not, you know, doing, you know, a little bit better than they used to. Nah, I mean, they were nice enough to, you know, patch back in the glitches that, you know, help speedrunners in this game. Yeah, like, actually they did that. Yeah. Alright, now we get a whole bunch of portraits of the characters, which is pretty nice. By the way, you guys are super cute, by the way. All of you are, like, super duper cute, by the way. Alright, now, I apologize for everybody that came in here, you know, late, and, you know, we just finished the game. Yeah, we weren't even on 30 minutes. I mean, to be fair, you know, I did do the Nest of Evil, you know, yesterday. Yeah, I wanted to do it because, you know, I knew you needed to, you know, I needed to squeeze out, you know, I needed to squeeze out the Thor's Bellow. Then getting the Thor's Bellow was kind of a bitch because, you know, it requires, you know, beating a specific enemy and, you know, the Nest of Evil. And, you know, hoping that it'll drop. Luckily, it's not a really rare drop, but, you know, it was still pretty annoying nonetheless. It was still annoying to get nonetheless. None to do with Sister Mode? I mean, Sister Mode does have a unique story, but I don't know. I mean... No, I'm sorry. Wait, would you guys like to see Sister Mode? I mean, then again, Sister Mode, you know, kind of has a sad ending, yeah. I mean, it does have unique gameplay, yeah. That uses the touchscreen. Would be interesting. Oh, you want to see a Sister Mode? Okay, I guess we're doing Sister Mode. Guess we'll do Sister Mode. Well, since I beat the game, I might... Alright, we're gonna unlock Sister Mode, so... Alright, sadly we did not unlock, you know, Axe Armor Mode. Wait, you know how you unlock, you know, Axe Armor Mode in this game? You have to kill like 1,000, you know, ancient, you know, Axe Armors. Ugh. Well, the fun part about Sister Mode is that both of them are immune to, you know, Stardate. I mean, I guess they don't swing that way, maybe. Alright now. Alright now. Alright now. By the way, Astardi is definitely 100% a totally legit, you know, Twitch streamer. She's definitely not scamming people for gacha. It's definitely not scamming people for gacha like you know, like DSP, you know, doing for, you know, WWE champions. By the way, give me money. I'm like $500,000 in debt. And, you know, I needed to pay my bills. It's definitely not going towards, you know, getting, you know, pack pulls in Master Duel. Definitely not. I don't know why you would think that. No. Ack. Oh, we got Richter and Sisters mode. Alright, we're doing normal difficulty. Alright, let's do Sisters mode. Alright, let's see. How is this one gonna work exactly? Alright, yes, I am aware. I'm kind of curious how this is gonna work on a Steam Deck. Alright, the fun part is these two can fly. Father must have come to the castle. Stella, Father said we aren't allowed to come here no matter what. I know that, but he's never been so late in coming back before. You're worrying too, aren't you? Well, yes, but I'm scared. So am I, but we have to go. I just sense Father's power. He's alive, let's hurry. Alright. Please, I want to switch players, use directional buttons to move. I mean, they use MP to fly, don't they? Right now, I need to get to... Luckily their MP recharges rather quickly. Alright now. Oh, Vexus, give me money to fuel my white resin addiction. White resin. Yeah, we're gonna have to use touchscreen controls for this. Oh yeah, the slash unit works a little bit better on zombies. Alright, now it's a little awkward to use, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, this is a little awkward on controller. Not gonna lie, a little awkward on controller. Luckily, it's fine. It's fine. I'm alright now. Give me money to fuel my Fumamati addiction. Fumamati. No, there's no Fumamati. No. No Fumamati. That's not a thing. That's real. There's no Fumamati. No. No Fumos. There's no Fumamati, no. Uh-oh. Alright, that might put a hamper in my plans. Alright, quickly fly up here. Now behemoth can't get me? Oh, we're not doing... Oh, wow, we're doing like nothing to him. Oh, wow, we're doing like nothing to him. I mean, we are still level 1, so... Right now, hopefully we can beat us. Alright, at least we're powerful enough to one-shot a skeleton at level 1. Oh, nice, level up. Alright now. Alright now. I have to admit that, alright, I made a trap trick stick. Alright, I'm trying to, get Labyrinth stuff as well. I am thinking of, doing Labyrinth Fiendsmith, but, technically speaking, that is playing meta. I don't want to just play the meta, man. I don't want to just play, meta decks, man. But, I want to play, decks that I like, but, probably, the ones I like are not going to be meta. Alright, I'll have to learn what Fiendsmith actually does now. Yeah, probably because I'm going to run into Fiendsmith quite a lot. If I start, seeing meta decks. Alright, watch out. Alright, now. The Smith Fiends. Yeah, they're like alright now. I should like Fiendsmiths a little bit. They're like Dante and Lady. They're like Dante, yeah. It's like Dante and Lady, if they had and their fusion forms. Yeah, and they're like alright now. Yeah. Alright, now, can you believe light fiends that cause so much trouble? Alright, at least we have a little bit more MP. Alright, candles only drop hearts. I don't know, whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, why aren't the enemies able to hit me? Wait, is my hitbox actually smaller than my sprite? I think the hitbox on, you know, Cell and Loretta might be actually smaller than their sprite. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Yeah, their hitbox is actually a lot smaller, huh? I guess alright now. Alright now, what do Fiendsmith actually even... what? Alright now, I know that Fiendsmith have that one fusion that, like, burns you when they, you know, have equips that, you know, Omni-Negate or something. Oh no. Oh, do I play, you know, the lazy, you know, Omni-Negate slop? Alright now. But, you know, Trap Tricks was actually pretty fun from the brief time I played it so far. Granted, you know, I'm not sure what kind of, you know, I'm not sure what else to, you know, play with it. Oh, well, whoops. Alright now, alright now. Alright now, I'm not really sure what to play with it, so... Alright, do I go up here? Alright now. I have a YouTube video, I saw Weevil playing Trap Tricks. Oh, yeah. And he was one of those players. Yeah, and he was one of those, you know, Trap Tricks players, yeah. Alright now. Not gonna lie, I've seen people, you know, be absolutely more annoying than, you know what. Oh wow, there are sprites, you know. I've seen more people be toxic towards people that are playing Trap Tricks than, you know, actual, you know, weird, you know, Trap Tricks players, you know, gonna be honest. Alright now. Seems like it's more common anyway. Alright now. Right now, alright now. Yeah, seems like Twitter's behavior, yeah, so can believe it. Yeah. Yeah, you know that, you know, Twitter's activists, you know, bullied the artist who did the Trap Tricks, you know, off of Twitter. Like, actually. Yeah, so it doesn't surprise me that, yeah, it was Twitter behavior. I kind of hope that, you know, the weird, you know, puritanical, you know, nonsense, you know, dies. Alright now. I hope that kind of extreme, you know, puritanical behavior, you know, dies out one day. I still remember the trading card, the MTG cards with someone traded with him, a female planewalker, I forgot her name, but her mana color was black. And it was like, I dream of her and I was creeped out. Ugh. Alright now, alright now. I believe there's a certain level where a card waifu is very acceptable, but you know, a certain level where you're not. Alright now, let's alright now, how about we, you know, grind this guy for experience? Sure, like I do in Jonathan and Charlotte mode. Luckily, I can attack from literally anywhere. So, you know, killing the enemies is, you know, gonna be pretty easy. The level's in private and not public. Yeah, alright now. Alright now, you know, alright now. I will admit that, you know, I back in the day, you know, liked, you know, Dark Magician Girl. And of course, alright now, everybody did back, you know, when she was first revealed. Which was, you know, I think around middle to high school. I think it was around middle school, and, you know, she was first revealed in. Of course, you know, alright now. Of course, alright now. Dark Magician Girl is the only card I own, so is the only Yu-Gi-Oh card I own, so guilty. I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, I don't blame you. Still, have you ever seen the other magician girls? There's like, alright now. You know, aside from, you know, obviously the Apprentice Illusion Magician. And, you know, the Nightmare Princess one. You know, I have a copy of, you know, Nightmare Princess and, you know, Master Duel. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people, you know, play that one. Yeah, it seems like it's a level 6, you know, a level 6 spellcaster. Yeah, it's a dark spellcaster, so, you know what that means. Dark Magician of Dark Destruction. And you know what Dark Magician of Dark Destruction means? It means FTKs. Yeah, it's a level 6 dark spellcaster that can special summon itself. Yeah, alright now. Wait, isn't Nightmare Princess an illusion? Whoops. Whoops, not a spellcaster. Oh wait, no. Oh wait, yeah. Oh yeah, I saw somebody, you know, use Ready Fusion to bring out, you know, Sandwich and go into Dark Magician of Dark Destruction on Master Duel. So that was pretty fun. Also, recently I had a really good duel. I had a duel against somebody, you know, playing Draco Tail. Which, yeah, Draco Tail is, you know, a meta deck. Yeah, and I managed to beat them with trap tricks. Alright now. Alright now. Alright now. I mean, I do like the trap tricks lore-wise. They kind of remind me of, you know, villains that, you know, they kind of remind me of some anime villains I've seen back in the day. You know, that pretend to be, you know, like, pretend to be humanoid girls, or that pretend to be humanoid girls. In fact, you know, one villain that kind of reminds me of, you remember the Fisher King from, you know, Bleach? And how, you know, how would use a dying memory of someone's loved one, so you kind of deceive them. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that. In fact, there's a lot of monsters in mythology that, you know, straight up pretend to be people. Are innocent victims needing help. You know, the prey on people. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, yeah. Which kind of reminds me of the demons in Freerun, yeah. Since they're kind of, you know, descendants, you know, and Freerun lore, they're kind of descended from, you know, things that, you know, pretend to call for help in the darkness. Which is how Freerun put it, yeah. Which a lot of people, you know, forgot about in Freerun. Alright now, is there a certain point? Alright now. I mean, I should. Alright now. Alright now, not gonna lie, you know, Stella and Lorette are very convenient and easy to use. Not gonna lie, I kinda like them. Alright now, if I get to level 9, it should be fine. Granted, you know, enemies aren't gonna be doing drops. Alright now. And Dark Magician and Dark Destruction can search it, you know, Dark Eradicator Warlock, and since it counts as Dark Magician, you know, hey, you could use it to tribute for Dark Eradicator Warlock. Yeah, and Dark Eradicator Warlock is a non-once per turn burn effect that every time you activate a spell, you know, you get to burn the opponent for 1,000 damage. I'm sure definitely nothing bad happens, you know, when people, you know, use that. Man, you remember, you know, you remember the YouTuber saying that, you know, Dark Magician, that Dark Eradicator Warlock was a bad card? And now we have stuff that kind of abuses it. It's sort of like a Smoke Grenade of the Thief situation all over again. Which I'm sure Doppel loved, you know, Smoke Grenade of the Thief, you know, considering he was playing, you know, Fire Warrior. Man, I wish Azulde was... Alright now. Sadly, Azulde is no longer legal because, you know, because somebody found an FTK... Somebody found a way to, you know, get Exodia with, you know, Fire Warrior. Yeah, Jeff, I mean, Jeff's deck was, you know, very fun, though. It was a very fun deck, you know, that just mixed a whole bunch of, you know, nonsense cards to draw into Exodia. Mainly taking advantage of, you know, Blue Dragon Summoner, which is non-once per turn, and, you know, searches a normal spellcaster. And since 4 of the pieces of Exodia are normal spellcasters, you know, that allowed them to do it. I was upset about Malice getting gutted. I was shocked. I was I was still looking forward to, building it. Yeah, unfortunately, Malice was, a very highly competitive deck that, was meta. So they kind of had to, take it back out and, shoot it in the face. I'm sure, one day, Malice will, come off the ban list. Probably when it's no longer meta. Yeah, they've been hitting Malice pretty hard because people still keep playing it. Sorry about that, Edmund. I know that. Alright, White Rabbit does remind me of... Malice White Rabbit does remind me of you, though. Being cute and adorable. Being the cute, adorable creature that you are. I like the Wonderland theming. Yeah, I did too. I was also trying to build Malice in real life, yeah. I brought a whole bunch of crossover breaker just to try to, pull Malice. And I eventually did get a White Rabbit. But anyway, alright now. Alright now. Yeah, and then they shot down Malice, and then they shot Malice in the face. And, took away all its relevance in the meta. Alright, and they're doing the same thing to Draco Tail, even though there's arguably far worse decks than Draco Tail. Such as Cool Tune, which is even more, which is, an actual toxic deck. Yeah, they got... Alright now. Alright now. Yeah, and alright now, I gotta admit, every time I get into Master Duel and have to fight Sword Soul, I'm basically going to lose that, especially if they go first. Because they're just gonna get Omni Negates and, banish my stuff. Alright now. Sometimes I'm able to win... Alright now, sometimes I'm able to win with whites. Usually if I go first, though. Alright now, though white, once they go... No white, also wants to go second, yeah. Yeah, alright, I gotta make sure, when I do whenever White Baking gets destroyed by battle, I need to search, White Princess. So, I can survive another turn. Because White Princess is basically hand trap. It combos really nicely at Moisa, and you know what Moisa's effect is? Moisa, not only searches, White Princess, it also, has the ability to, allow an extra normal summon. Alright, now, granted, if it searches it, zombie locks you, so... Yeah, but, alright, the zombie lock is tied to the search, though, isn't it? I mean, granted, if you have a way to, special summon, Moisa and Moisa White, you can probably take advantage of, the extra normal summon. In fact, people are kind of taking advantage of the extra normal summon from Duke of Demise. Alright, now. Alright, by the way, Inaben, I hope you're not still mad about, the Super Poly. I drew into my, only 2 copies of it. I didn't have a third because I didn't make it yet. And I still haven't. I was never mad, okay. Konami Infinite Money Strap put out cards that are strong, let everyone pay for them, and put them on the ban list, announce a new strong cards. Yeah, that seems to be, Konami's, strategy, not gonna lie. You pound me hard. I mean, sometimes I'm able to win with whites, other times not. And with the Trap Tricks deck I built, I'm still kind of learning how to actually play it, so... And I'm not sure which traps to actually run, so I kind of run, one of everything. I have 3 copies of Evenly Matched. I made sure to get that because I saw it was a super rare, and, Evenly Matched is a really good card, yeah. I mean, your opponent literally can't respond to it. Your opponent literally can't respond to it, so... Yeah, it's sort of like Super Poly. It's, very good at breaking boards because your opponent can't respond to it, yeah. Granted, they can still trigger graveyard effects. Wait, doesn't it banish? Wait, does it banish or send to the grave? I forgot. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Of course, in Dice Rally, I can't play, with that. I can't play, Evenly Matched because it's banned there. Yeah, in the events, not in the actual, Master Duel. Alright, now. Oh wait, are we level 10? Okay, I apologize. I, was getting into Alright, I apologize. I was getting a little distracted. Right now. Right now, just gotta make sure. I gotta make sure to land it. Gotta make sure. Right, good thing, you know, Zakuno is a simp, you know, and will you simp over, you know, ladies even when they're clearly trying to kill him. Actual shrimp behavior. Sir, like that spicy shrimp I got from you, the Ripper. Actual shrimp behavior. And you guys know a lot about shrimp behavior, don't ya? I mean, you are VTuber, some of you are VTuber fans, some of you are not. Oh, let's go see the skeleton bartender. Alright, there's probably gonna be nothing here. I mean, the cakes are here, but, you know, the sisters can't use them anyway. Yeah, no healing items for me. Alright now. I mean, we do love the skeleton bartender. Why does Dracula have a random bar inside of his castle? I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know. I mean, alcohol is very good, but, you know, Alright, now, he probably serves a great Bloody Mary, and, you know, Dracula's a big fan of that, yeah. He serves a mean Bloody Mary, and Dracula's a big fan of that. You know, the Bloody Mary has actual blood in it. Which, of course, you know, Dracula's minions are, you know, all about. You know, kind of the... Alright, now. It's because they're evil. Can you see at those glasses with drinks he throws around somewhere? I mean, I'm pretty... Alright, now. Alright, now. Not gonna lie, you know, half of them... Alright, now. Not gonna lie, he can... Alright, the skeleton bartender can, you know, cook up a mean cocktail. Emphasis on mean because he tries to kill you with them. Oh, cool, level up. Alright, that wasn't so hard. Alright, now. Alright, Sisters mode is actually pretty easy. Alright, Zakuno's no threat at all. Alright, funny thing about, you know, the axe arm, playing in axe armor mode. You know, axe armor, you know, counts as female. Yeah, and the only reason, you know, I'm pretty sure axe armor counts as female is because it would instant lose to Astardi. It would instant lose to Astardi otherwise. Pretty sure that's the only reason, yeah. Yeah, alright, yeah. He gets it. Alright, now. Maybe the one who wore it was a girl? Yeah, the ancient axe armor is a female, yeah. Yeah, ancient axe armor is female, yeah. Otherwise, they would instantly lose to Astardi, you know, since Astardi, you know, their powers are gender specific, apparently. I wonder how, you know, Astardi's powers will work on, gay women. Alright, now. I've definitely seen some particular artwork of, Astardi. You know, not quite as much as, I think there, that I thought there would be. But, you know, it exists, I guess. I don't know, is that alright now? Hey, what are they doing there? What are these doing here? I mean, you get toxicated all the time by Zoo? I mean, yeah. I mean, alright now. To be fair, I'm pretty sure Yenni's just trolling. Oh no, is that the Invisible Man? I didn't know Invisible Man was in this level. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot that this place was up here. I completely forgot about this place. Alright, any more enemies up ahead? Alright, yeah, Andreas? Or whatever his name is. Oh no, whoa. Andreas or whatever his name, or whatever his... Ow, bats! I'm being bullied by my own kin, no. I'm being bullied by my own kin, and I don't like that. No. Bats should be friends, not enemy. Bats should be friend, not enemy, no. I mean, in some Castlevania games, you can have a bat familiar. Which is, you know, pretty sweet. Alright, bat should be friend, not enemy, no. I want bat friend like in Symphony of Night, no. Alright now. Alright now, alright now. I'm gonna start trading, bats like, you know, inventories, bunnies, and video games. And also I need to convince Annabelle to play, you know, Amori. Annabelle, you would hope when Halloween comes around, you would like to play, you know, Amori, right? I mean, I know you have it because I bought it for you. Would you please play it for me, yeah. I mean, granted, it's not an easy game by any means. But you're used to games that are Nintendo hard, right? Alright now. It's definitely not because, you know, bunnies are the main enemy and are one of the main enemies in the game. Definitely not. I mean, whatever gave you that idea? Definitely not trolling. Definitely not trolling. Alright now. Okay, but you said they could add enemy bunnies. Yeah, not only enemy bunnies, they're like one of the main enemies of the game. And not only does it have bunny enemies, it has, you know, bunny enemies as like the main enemies of the game. Well, one of the main enemies. That you encounter like tons and you can encounter different variants of in every region. Granted, I think you would really like Amori regardless. Alright, now let's slash you. Alright, we should be fine on Dullhan. We should be fine on Dullhan. I think they're weaker to magic. So we should use Loretta. Luckily, their stats are a little bit higher than Jonathan and Charlotte to compensate. Oh, wow. Wow, that was easy. Well, he barely got a chance to do anything. Whoa. Alright. Loretta's a little busted. Alright, Loretta might be a little busted. Alright, Loretta might be a little busted. And especially since those attacks are very rapid fire. I like how their hitbox is small enough to allow them to fit inside of gaps. You know, I'm like, alright now. Do they just have a straight up smaller sprite than Jonathan and Charlotte? Yeah, it seems like their hitbox is a lot smaller than those two. Police outright report murder? Well, what do you mean? I didn't murder anybody. What do you mean? I'm a hero. I don't murder people. Heroes don't murder people, silly. We also don't, you know, break into homes or break property, you know, to get items. And we also especially don't, you know, we especially don't do anything, you know, war crime related. Right now, I was playing with the inferior sister all the time. Right, you know, Stella's the hotter one. I mean, well, I didn't say nothing. Now, being able to rapid... Alright, now. Being able to rapid fire... Alright, now. Being able to rapid fire is definitely, you know... Oh, and we can rapid fire through walls? You slaughtered Dullahan? Alright, to be fair, I think I might have over-leveled a little bit. Oh, whoops, I'm like level 12 now. Alright now. Alright now, I think I'm definitely very strong. Oh wow, this hallway is a lot easier with the sisters. You know, not gonna lie. Alright now. Whoops. Ow. Alright now, just be careful of the enemies. Alright now. Yeah, Dullahan got, obliterated, very easily. I just went for, Loretta because I thought, Dullahan's, physical resistance is a little bit higher than his, magic defense. So I thought Loretta would be a better choice, for fighting him. Since how you're supposed to play sisters mode, I think you're supposed to, use Sella for like slash element and use Loretta for ice. Yeah, or anything that requires magic. Right, granted there are enemies that do require, that are gonna require me, playing around against magic resistance. Such as a starting. At least I won't have to worry about temptation. At least, Sel and Loretta won't have to worry about temptation. Since they're both girls. Since, obviously they're both women. Straight women, I guess. Yeah, at least I am pretty sure. Alright now. Straight women, I guess. They aren't, hit tempted by a Starday. Yeah, I'm not sure. Alright now. I'm not sure if those Stardays, powers work on, gay people, but, maybe they do, maybe they don't, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, I assume they do. Alright, I assume they do, but, I'm pretty sure it might, alright now. I assume it works on gay women. Alright now. Oh no, it's Behemoth. Alright, blast him. Alright, now. Oh, and he's dead. Wow, Sisters mode is so overpowered. Wow, we obliterated, Behemoth as well. Wow, that went, very well. Alright, damn. Damn, I just obliterated him. Damn, son. Right now, obviously use Loretta on the Golem. And if I stay low to the ground, pretty sure I can eliminate it again, right? Alright, the bats are coming in a little fast and I have trouble reacting to them. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Hopefully that won't be too much of a problem. I like that the ice attack goes through walls too. That's really just a bonus, really. Even with the ice resist, Ice Shade goes down really easily. Yeah, probably because my level is too high. Alright, just stay low to the ground and then shoot. All you have to do is... Alright. All you have to do is aim and shoot. All we really have to do is aim and shoot at enemies. Alright now, I can see why alright now. We got like we're playing as one of the most OP, we're playing as, you know, some of the most OP characters in the game, man. Alright, sisters are OP. Sisters the OP mode. Alright, might as well mark the warp points. Alright, let's go here. Oh, that's an angel statue room. Very nice of them to put a save point right there. Whoops! Alright, I got a little distracted, sorry. Should be a little more careful about that. Oh no, zombie dragon. Hi zombie dragon, hi zombie dragon. Ah, man. Oh, ow, bat. I'm being bullied by my own kid, no. Ow. Mean. I don't like it. Oh wow, we're really strong against slimes. Okay, now these enemies have ice resist. Probably. I mean, I think I count. Alright, now. Now we beat the invisible man before he stripped. Ow, bat. Alright, now, come on. Come on, enemies, come on, fight me. Come on, fight me. Come on, cowards, fight me. Alright, we can break that, but we don't get anything for it. Oh, ow. Freaking bat. Freaking bats. Oh, is that an MP max? Nice. Nice, alright. Ow! Hold on for just a minute. Ow. Oh, whoop. Alright, now let me check. Oh, whoa, whoops. Let me check this way. Oh no, Mudmen. Muddy boys. Alright, those boys are a little muddy. Alright, that's the invisible man, if in case you want to grind melons for some reason. I don't know why you'd want to. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of, you know, alright now. I do have the Universal Invisible Man movie. You know, because in my house we like to watch, you know, horror movies on Halloween, on Halloween and, you know, spooky month. So, alright now. You know, the Invisible Man has quite the kill count, you know, considering that he is basically a terrorist. Yeah, he kinda went a little bunkers, you know, with the invisible formula. Due to, you know, the invisible formula messing with his mind, man. I know, is that Persephone? Alright, I still say she looks like an Oompa Loompa. Alright now, that's probably deeply offensive, you know, to Persephone's. Hey look, it's Eco back. I remember him. He's like one of the cool demons. It's like, alright now. Alright, Eco back is like the cool demon, yeah. He like taught mortals how to do fireworks, man. Like actually for real. He taught mortals how to use fireworks. Alright now. Alright now. Yeah, he taught, you know, how alchemists how to make fireworks, and alright, and that's how we got fireworks, and, you know, gunpowder. You know, kind of like, you know, alright now. Alright now, alright now. Alright now. Of course, he probably, you know, might have, you know, also given humanity, you know, alright now. Although then again, that kind of knowledge, you know, led to humanity, you know, making guns. Ah, whoops. Alright, exactly as planned, yeah. I know, exactly as planned. Alright now, let's save our data. Alright now. Oh nice, we level up again? Yo, alright now. Alright, let's see how this fight with Kermit is gonna go. What? Oh, about as much. Alright now. Alright, funny enough, when it falls apart, you see the witch right there. Alright, yeah, every time when we killed this guy, you see the witch, you know, in there. Yeah, they probably died making, you know, that monster in the cauldron. Also, I noticed this place is, you know, a lab that's covered in Nickelodeon gag. Ugh. It's covered in somebody's, you know, it's covered in Nickelodeon sick slime fetish. Ugh. We don't like Nickelodeon. Alright now. It's covered in Nickelodeon sick fetish slime. Ugh. What? Okay, Alright, apparently we can alright now. Apparently we can clip. Now that just confirms that our hitbox is a lot smaller than it actually is. Ow. Oh, watch out for the mimic. Alright, I don't need to really worry about, you know, mapping this right now. Alright, not gonna lie, Sisters mode is quite fun. It's fun. Most of the fun is, you know, how OP you are. Not even gonna lie. Most of the fun in Sisters mode is, you know, how ridiculously OP you are. Alright, alright now. Let's go look for somebody to raid right now. Since I was playing for a while. And you know, I already beat like 3 bosses. Alright, let's see who's on, ooh. Alright, let's go raid. Let's raid Cats Planet Shine. Let's raid them, yeah. Alright, I like the kind of stuff they're doing. They do RPGs sort of like me. Alright, let's raid right now. Alright, now Moonbat raid. Remember today's raid message is Moonbat raid. Alright now. Goodbye.